An incredible power was traveling through the sacred gods. Being able to feel the power of the kingdom of Zeno-sama, everyone present was surprised by the energy released. Goku out of combat because his injuries weren't serious. He had maintained adequate rest in order for his body to adapt to the new power.
My lord, who's all that incredible pressure? I can't even move. I'm sure the other holy gods, the essence is different.
On the other hand, you are right, Daishinken. It's hard to believe they're from the sacred gods, but apparently an external being is able to grant him great power.
Great Zeno-sama, it's impossible. The holy gods together with you are the most powerful warriors of the 18 universes.
Within these 18, you are correct. But have you wondered who will be the most powerful warriors outside the 18 universes?
My lord, this is about gravity. It's not time to play. There's nothing about the 18 universes. Instead, there's only a complete empty.
But tell me, have you been able to see it? Or do you just let yourself be guided by what someone else said, since I haven't even gone beyond?
My lord, I can't believe what you're saying. I've always thought you were the most powerful warrior of the 12 universes.
Returning to the sacred universes, the power of the gods increased, but it wasn't enough to mutate, because multiple warriors were able to get great power from the outside mutated in a horrific way. Which happened to sacred gods, there's two circumstances. Their energy was incredible, and the power required so their body requires more to evolve to an advanced level.
That is a bit of the power I may be able to grant you, but to later me. It's that I will be able to return to the god Atrium to give you more power.
Before they could say anything else, that powerful existence disappeared. The incredible power of Atrium was even able to recover the wounds of Ramura, getting him back on his feet.
We have to be able to master all this, because the next visit of that miserable dwarf's kingdom will wipe out everything on our path. My lord, the power that we achieved is incredible. I'm sure we, at this very moment, are able to finish off that Saiyan good-for-nothing. No, it's a terrible idea. If we go to the kingdom of Zeno-sama, the energy drain's overwhelming, and we'll be in danger if that guy is already healed. It's not recommended.
I agree. It'll be better to master all that power that guy's able to give us in order to completely destroy everything.
In that case, we should start training. I'd like to train with you all, my friends, but to increase my power, I must train on my own, even though my power is defined by my emotions, and that can be dangerous. Mikoshin and each of the other holy gods left for their planets and started training. In the celestial kingdoms, Gilgamesh had been able to observe everything happened.
Yamoshi, are you sure what you're doing? You're my best friend as well as warrior. You've been the one who forced me to use all my power. I'm completely sure. I want all those gods to call themselves sacred and capable of being corrupted by power, and I want that Saiyan to crush them. You know that you're asking for something possible, but since the power of Atrium is able to be compared to a little over your 60% of your power, I only granted 1% of these gods and gave them unreal power. That's no problem if the Saiyan's chosen to be the most powerful beast, and I'm sure they'll be a part of the celestial kingdom, since such a power is not able to stay in that place. That's funny. After millions of years, you look so excited. I don't know if that's because of the Saiyan blood they share or just simply personal taste. I really am excited. I want to see that power possessed by a Saiyan that was almost able to end my life at a time. Returning to the kingdom of Zeno-sama after 2 days, Goku would wake up in pain in his head and a little dizzy, since the last blow he received from Ramura was over his head, which almost made him out of combat from the excess power he used. My head hurts! I even feel the energy veins a little numb. What happened? Where are the holy gods? Well, it looks like you could wake up. That's amazing, since it's only been 48 hours since that battle.
Daishinken, what happened? I don't remember anything.
Mr. Goku, I don't know how you can master the Beast Pearl energy, but that power you released is amazing, and Zeno-sama and I were dead at that moment. I remember until the moment I came out of that dimension, feeling overwhelmed by the sacred gods, and that great energy was able to enter my body. Apparently, that's what the Saiyan says is true. Their power increase is great because of their anger, and that they're able to release much more power.
Well, that explains a lot. Tell me, what happened? Did they leave without coming back, or something else happened?
I couldn't tell you that. Apparently, the power was so great he was able to overwhelm the powerful holy god Ramura. So, using great power, he was able to attack him, but then everyone disappeared.
I don't like it. Apparently, those guys are planning something to become more powerful, but they don't plan on letting those miserable people do it.
What do you mean? Are you planning to attack them?
No, of course not. since doing that it'd be madness. I'm only planning to do right now to master the beast power.
So you're gonna tell me that you want to 100% master the power of a beast, bro? I can't believe that. That power is amazing.
I understand that you told me, but even though my power is incredible, I'm not able to master it. I'll enter that dimension again. Goku, you're the only warrior worthy of the new king at all. I trust you. I know that you'll be a great warrior and powerful king.
Even we'll be able to serve you in everything Zeno-sama requires, and we'll ask for an apology for not having trusted you from the beginning.
Don't worry, I'll always protect the 12 universes. I don't plan on letting anything destroy them. I've sworn to protect them.
But for this great war that's coming, we need the help of the gods and angels, and I'll ask you to come to an emergency meeting.
No, Daishinken! That would be unfavorable for us, since no matter how they train, at this moment it's already too late, and I can't concentrate on the battle if I don't have an eye to protect them.
I understand, Mr. Goku. We'll observe this point of view. In that case, we'll show you how to do it. This war is only to fight the three.
I agree, even though my guardians will merge with me to get the power of an absolute king. Alright, at this moment I'm leaving. I'll be more powerful in order to protect the 18 universes, and the inhabitants of these universes aren't to blame their gods for being miserable. Goku would enter the dimension in which he'd begin to train. Meanwhile, returning to the sacred universes, the gods would train in order to master the energy given to them, and the evil energy in their hearts intensified in an amazing way. It was due to the negative energy of the god Etrium.
Apparently the 5 gods are being affected by this energy, although I'm surprised that goddess is able to resist the negative power.
I thought that I was the only one surprised. I agree. The willpower that girl possesses is amazing. Since any god converting more power was among their companions, his heart is still pure. And it's very rare to see the subjects of lesser universes, which their purpose is to seek more power, because they fail again and again in their increase. You're right, but changing the subject, why don't you fancy combat? We have millions of years that we haven't had fun, and watching these lesser universes fight made me want to fight against you again.
I'd like to refuse, but you're not only, since you have much more desire to fight.
I want to know what's the limit of that saying, so of course I'll accept.
You want to go to the Mayuki universe?
I totally agree. In that universe, it doesn't matter the destruction we make. That universe can rebuild itself, so we can't hold back to regenerate. We have this destruction. Both gods with the big smile headed to the powerful universe of Mayuki, and once they arrived, without warning, they launched themselves against each other, exchanging blows throughout the universe of that goddess. Their fists were almost invisible, and if a warrior of a lesser universe tried to see that, the two figures wouldn't be able to be seen, since their speed exceeded that of light, being imperceptible to the ordinary eye. Only beings able to notice their incredible power were warriors of the same dimension of power. Well, after millions of years, that pair started fighting again. That's interesting. It irritates me, but it's not for me to ask to consent for my universe as their battlefield. The battle of both were devastating, but weren't able to overcome the level of regeneration in Mayuki's universe, since everything they destroyed in the universe it regenerated like nothing happened. Gilgamesh and Yamoshi connected incredible blows to their faces, being able to retreat a little. I could tell in these millions of years you've been training, since your fists weren't capable of having the incredible power. Let me tell you the same thing, your fists are powerful. Returning to the dimension, Goku was meditating while his entire body of incredible power traveled. Goku was able to master the power of the Beast Pearl, with the resistance, speed, and power multiplied thousands of times. As long as he's able to dominate it, on the contrary, the same thing would happen to him like last time. His own body would be destroyed further, the battle would progress. I must be able to master this power. I'm sure I can next time I meet those wretches. It'll be a final battle. Goku would continue with his meditation. The sacred universe of Nin was still training, and the power released was not compared to the power of the companions. Surprising, it didn't affect him in the slightest, so that moment Nin would stop training. Is it really the right to destroy the 12 universes? I'm sure it's not the best, since innocent people will die. The leader of the sacred gods, Ramura, had been able to achieve a power far beyond his limits, able to mutate. He would not mutate much from the horrendous form of his original form, and at that time, negative power would form in his body, capable of containing that incredible power. Being able to change the shape of his body, this time he had 4 arms, and that his body would turn blue from the power he gave off, which was madness. Being able to get all the 18 universes to tremble with this incredible power. Wow, I've been able to access a new state. If this power is enough, I won't be able to allow that miserable Saiyan to become more powerful.
Ramura would organize an emergency meeting to inform the exact day on which they would attack Zeno-sama's kingdom.
I've always waited for this moment, and it'll finally come true. I intend to completely crush that damn good-for-nothing dwarf.
The god of wisdom, I intend to destroy everything. I can't contain their desire for destruction. I'll annihilate everyone present. I am the mighty god Dracoria and descendant of the first omnipotent dragon god. I intend to wipe out every living being that crosses my path.
Apparently everyone is eager to destroy the beings of the kingdom of everything.
For that reason, 24 hours will come to end this great war of millions of years ago. All the sacred gods released their power in the form of affirmation, with which, without caring, they began to destroy their 6 sacred universes completely.
Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.